Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? This Trey TV, man. I'm back with another one, bro. So check this out, man. You know what I'm saying? The news just got out a couple days ago that Tony Harrison will be fighting Tszyu, who was originally supposed to fight Charlo, but you know what I'm saying? Charlo broke his hand and different things like that. And Tszyu was already in fighting shape. He was already ready. So they went ahead and made it official. But what I like about this combination, you know what I'm saying, and I know a lot of people may disagree, but you feel me? Tony Harrison is still arguably in the top 5 in the 54 division right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though he lost a few times, coming from, the knockout loss of Charlo and a few more losses and different things like that. We got to be honest and we got to be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison beat himself. Charlo ain't just straight up dominate him and beat him. You know what I'm saying? Because the first fight, I don't know if any one of you guys are betting people or guys who like to gamble or different things like that. But you know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison was the underdog, like plus 300. You know what I'm saying? I think plus 300 or plus 500 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Like he was really, really, really disregarded as a fighter. You know, and I know, when a guy has a belt and different things like that, and they're going up against a guy that don't have a belt and not a winning record, sometimes a guy can get overlooked. But Tony Harrison, that first fight, you know what I'm saying, he beat a guy that nobody thought he was going to beat, you know what I'm saying? And he beat him in impressive fashion, you know? He outboxed him. He countered him. He basically exposed Charlo, you know what I'm saying? And I still feel like Charlo is a good fighter, but he definitely needs to work on a few things, you know what I'm saying? Like not trying to rely on his power, but actually setting up his shots properly. And he has potential to outbox a lot of guys, you feel me? But that second fight, Tony Harrison came in, he was the champ. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by his ego, his walk, how he came into the ring, that he knew he was the better fighter. I'm talking about even the lead up to the fight. Man, them press conferences was hilarious, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I know it was all for entertainment. Partly it was real, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like mostly it was for entertainment and for people to buy this fight, you know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that people love is mess. I'm going to say that again. The one thing people love the most is mess, fighting, and drama, you know what I'm saying? So when you got two guys who saying they going to rip each other head off and different things like that, people going to tune in, you feel me? So in that second fight, you know what I'm saying, Tony Harrison, once again, he was on the back foot. He was countering, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's how it started off, at least. Like the first 3 or 4 rounds, Charlo was the aggressor. He came out the first round swinging, you know what I'm saying? Which, as he should. He lost his title. He wasn't on Instagram for pretty much the whole camp, no social media and everything like that. And I know that's a big thing nowadays, but, and he's usually active. But you got to think about it. This was Charlo's first loss, you feel me? So he took that very hard. He even cried after he lost in front of everybody in the post-press fight conference, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the first 3 to 6 rounds, Charlo was the aggressor. And, Tony Harrison was the matador. He was matadoring that bull, you know what I'm saying? He was doing what he had to do. Round after round after round. And he said, you know what? I'm finna dog the dog. You know what I'm saying? So he began walking Charlo down. He began pop shotting Charlo. He began walking him down. Hitting him with all type of body shots. You know what I'm saying? And just showing Charlo that he's not the only dog in the division. You know, the first fight he was the boxer. But I feel like in the second fight, he definitely took the fight to Charlo. He definitely showed true grit, you know what I'm saying? But this is my only concern about Charlo, you know. I mean, not Charlo, but Harrison. In that second fight, when I say that he beat himself, he literally beat himself. You know, Charlo was catching him with some good shots to the body. Then that's when you start to see Harrison starts to, showboat, dance around, moving his waist around, and, kind of playing around. Like Charlo not a hungry old lion, you know what I'm saying, who can knock you out within an instance. So, like I said, Tony Harrison was showboating, talking to him, telling me couldn't F with him and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? And then he got caught. He got caught with a good shot, you feel me? Then when he got caught, he was like, oh snap, let me get back to what I was doing the first fight. So when he got caught the first time, he handled that business, you feel me? He was outboxing him again. He was moving around, but I don't know if it was just the people from Detroit or his homeboys or people that he saw in the crowd, but he went and started showboating once again. And this time, it was over with. I think he went down like 2 or 3 times during the Charlo fight. It was mid-rounds, and it was 2 times at the end, you know what I'm saying? He got caught, he got dropped, then he got back up, and then Charlo finished him, you know what I'm saying? Before Christmas. So it was Charlo's Christmas present to get his titles back, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I feel like they need to fight again because Tony Harrison definitely proved himself. He may have got knocked out, but he also beat him once. Charlo beat him once, so they need to settle the scope. And this time, I think it'll go a lot better than what it done. Even the press conferences, you know what I'm saying? Like the post-fight press conference, Charlo and Harrison was laughing around. You know, they both admitted that they both caught each other with some good shots, especially Harrison. He's like, yeah, you caught me with a good shot. I mean, I can't argue with that, you feel me? But aside from that, you got on the flip side, Errol Spence said he'll put $10,000 on Harrison upset. Now, me personally, I don't feel like this is an upset because, like I said before, Tony Harrison was a world champion before. Tszyu, not a world champion. But as far as status, contender status, and everything like that, and record-wise, Tszyu has the better opportunity right now. He has the better, record right now as far as, But I still feel like I'm rocking with Spence when it come down to this. Because I've been saying this. I feel like Tony Harrison and Charlo need to run it back for that 3rd time. You got people that want to see that fight, boy. You feel me? You got people who actually will pay and go. I know I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Because Tony Harrison, I want to see what happens when he doesn't showboat. When he actually takes his opponent seriously. When he actually does what he has to do and stay focused. You know what I'm saying? But Tszyu, I don't feel like Tszyu got enough boxing ability to beat Harrison. I feel like he is definitely aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like, he starts off aggressive. He got that herky-jerky style and different things like that. But I feel like once you beat a guy like Charlo, you pretty much at the top of the division. It don't matter how you beat him. If you prove to him, prove to the world that you're a better fighter, you know what I'm saying? You can beat anybody at 54. But like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm agreeing with Spence when it comes down to this. You feel me? I'll put 10,000 on Harrison. Especially if they got him the underdog like they done him the last fight. And this is my thing. These sports books and all this type of stuff, they don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? They just go off of what's popular on social media and these guys on ESPN with them fancy suits and they be talking. You know what I'm saying? But I really hope and pray they put Tony Harrison as the underdog. Plus 200, plus 250. Please, put him as the underdog. And he gonna show y'all why he gonna beat that boy. You know what I'm saying? And that'll give Charlo plenty of time. Because now he looking like, shit, if I gotta fight this nigga again, I know what I gotta come with. He can outbox me. He can slightly outbang me. I just gotta make sure I stop this guy, because on points he will beat me. So I feel like if him and Charlo fight for the 3rd time, I feel like Tony Harrison is gonna be the king of 54. You know what I'm saying? He only beat himself. We have to acknowledge that. Charlo did not beat that man like that. He did not box him. You know what I'm saying? He only caught him because he was showboating. And that's all it was, man. You feel me? Tszyu gonna get beat. Tony Harrison gonna fight Charlo for the 3rd time. And then we gonna see who gonna want it the best. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna want it more? You feel me? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. You feel me? This Trey TV, man, and we out.